In a couple hours, Mr. President, we'll vote on whether to begin debate on our plan to keep loan rates low for students for an additional year. Last month, Republican obstruction forced interest rates to double from 3.4 to 6.8% for about 7 million college students. If we fail to roll back this increase, those students will each pile on lots of new debt to get a college education. These higher rates will be particularly harmful to low and middle income families who rely on these federal loans more than anyone else. Students shouldn't suffer because of some senators standing in the way of that compromise. That's why we've proposed a one-year extension of last year's 3.4%. So we don't want it to double. The extension will allow us to craft a long-term solution to mounting college debt without harming students in the short term.
For more than a month, I've been coming to the floor to talk about student loan reform. I've said that to an outside observer, this is an issue that should have been an easy bipartisan slam dunk. I've noted that the proposals put forward by both President Obama and congressional Republicans have been strikingly similar, that we both agree on the need for permanent reform, and that we agree on the need to help all students and not just some of them. Yet here we are after the July 4th deadline, and Senate Democrats are still blocking bipartisan student loan reform. You have to ask yourself, why? Well, because they've prioritized politics over helping students. There are basically two different Democratic groups battling for supremacy here: a more responsible reform permanently faction and a more political campaign permanently faction. In the first group are the sensible Democratic senators who agree with both President Obama and Republicans that it's time to finally solve this issue, that Washington should actually help students and stop using them as pawns in a political chess match. Unfortunately, this faction is opposed and outnumbered by the campaign permanently Democrats. They're the ones who I suspect would actually prefer to see rates lapse so they can manufacture another campaign issue.